Doug McLintyre, whatever his freaking name is, or a writer on Yahoo Sports, says if U.S. women's national team legend Hope Solo isn't worthy of the National Soccer Hall of Fame, she is not. Enshrinement, nobody is. Okay. If any player should have been a first ballot no-brainer for those voting for the 2020 National Soccer Hall of Fame class, it's women's national team legend Hope Solo. That is not true. She's not deserving. I guarantee it. And I'm going to talk about the many things of why she isn't deserving. And you know who agrees with me? Pete Rose. He agrees with me. He got denied over and over and over again, and he wouldn't be put up for anything. He's in now. I think Hope Solo should have to wait the same time frame. That would be brilliant. Say what you want about Solo's off-field antics over the years. On the way of becoming widely regarded as the best goalkeeper in the women's soccer history, her penchant for creating drama was admittedly relentless. Yes, it was. Solo criticized then U.S. women's national team coach Greg Ryan and the 99ers icon Brianna Scurry. All right, let's talk about it a little bit because he didn't get into much of the detail. The actual quote she spewed off was, after they lost to Brazil, it was the wrong decision, and I think anybody that knows anything about the game knows that. There's no doubt in my mind I would have made those saves, and the fact of the matter is it's not 2004 anymore. It's not 2004, and it's not 2007, and I think you matter or have to live in the present, and you can't live by big names. You can't live in the past. It doesn't matter what somebody did in the Olympics, gold medal game in the Olympics 3 years ago. Now is what matters, and that's what I think. I think that was a selfish thing to say and stupid. The U.S. team was outclassed against Brazil. We were falling over because they were just too technical, too good at their game. They were better than us. But to throw Brianna Scurry under the bus like she did is selfish and pathetic. So Greg Ryan, the coach at the time, after his contract completed, he actually went and did a small speaking tour, and one of the stops was in Phoenix, Arizona at an ODP event. So I had a chance to listen to him speak, and he told the whole story. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I already have this on one of my past podcasts, but I'm going to tell it again. So he says, everyone knows what Hope Solo said and all that, because it made world news and all that, because that's what she does. It's all about her. And what she didn't let us know, what Greg Ryan let us know, was they had team rules. And one of their major team rules, their number one rule, was keep it in the locker room. Don't talk bad about anyone on the coaching staff, your players, none of it. Okay? Keep it within the team. So when Hope Solo said those things, Greg Ryan didn't really respond to it because he was keeping things according to his rules of keeping everything in the locker room. He did that until his contract expired, and once it expired, he then was free to say whatever he wants because he wasn't part of the team anymore. It's not a rule for him anymore because he's not on the team. So he said, here's what happened. Hope Solo was supposed to start against Brazil, and she violated a team rule, staying out way past curfew. That's what was told. Do you believe that happened? Yes, of course I believe that happened, because does Hope Solo have self-control? Does she get in trouble for beating up people and have police called upon her? Does she do things like take out the national team van drunk, intoxicated with her boyfriend at the time and it being her husband? Yeah, that's what she did. So who's she married? Jeremy Stevens? They got a DUI arrest with the U.S. vehicles. Who pays for the U.S. vehicles? My son, my other son, my daughters that play soccer in U.S. soccer, and it contributes to the national team, which I don't want to contribute to them anymore. But that's what happens. She shouldn't be a first-team Hall of Famer because she did crap like that. But people don't talk about that. And then throwing her teammate, disrespecting Brianna Scurry, who actually did a lot for our country as far as winning goes. That's just ridiculous. She broke every rule known to man, and I'm not a fan of any national team player that stays out too late and does that thing, do those things while they're representing our country. You know who did that? Beasley. I had a friend that went to the World Cup. Which World Cup? It was when they were in Germany, or no, I forget. 2004. I forget. 2002. They were in South Korea, right? I don't know. He was staying out past curfew all the time, and he was drinking and all that stuff. And a friend of mine saw him all the time, and so I never liked Beasley. And he's a crap player, but they kept bringing him back. I don't know why. He's horrible. He's a dirtbag too. You're gonna wear the U.S. colors to represent our country. Show a little more respect. Don't drink on your trip and stay out past curfew, jag-offs. Yeah, so I'm a little passionate about that. So we read on. She called Sweden's players cowards after their defensive masterclass eliminated the U.S. women's national team from the 2016 Olympics. And that was kind of the last straw that broke the camel's back. That ended up her losing her contract with the U.S. women's national team, and she went in with her boyfriend and cried and all this stuff, and she was done. And it wasn't just that; it was all the things and all the things we don't know that she did. Quick story about her. So I went to watch Jessica McDonald play when she was playing for the Seattle Reign, and Hope Solo came out a little bit different than everybody else. So when they were kind of getting ready for the field, all the players would just come out. You could actually like touch them. You know, they were just entering the stadium, and they're going from their locker room to the stadium, and they're just right there. And then Hope Solo would always go out last. So she'd come out last, and she, kid you not, she had 4 officers transporting her, protecting her from the public. Apparently, she needed it because she's such a huge star, or she probably had people that she did wrong that wanted to murder her. I don't know. Why do you have four officers protecting you? It was weird. Like she was like some crazy superstar, and she is, but I didn't think she was deserving of 4 officers to get her from point A to point B. Are you kidding me? That was weird. She had officers with guns to protect her to get to the facility. From there, she's a weirdo, and she's done so many weird things since, and she continues to do weird things, like her running, trying to become the U.S. soccer president, running for that position. She really doesn't understand how she comes off or looks like. I'm not sure. She's obviously not all up there. I mean, she's always in the news for something, like when one of her dogs got murdered not too long ago, but now we find out it was because, I mean, her dogs are pretty big, but, they're in someone else's yard attacking things. You're going to get shot. Those are things. Always something. There's always something with Hope Solo, and that's why you're not deserving of the first ballot Hall of Fame. Those are my words. But don't worry, Yahoo Sports, they're going to keep you going. They're going to make you feel good. Solo was the biggest name left off the list when the NSOF announced the 2020 class, but she wasn't the only one. Just a single candidate, ex-U.S. men's captain Carlos Bocanegra, made the cut. The fourth time since 2015 that only one player met the threshold for enshrinement. That makes sense to me. And by the way, another story, Bocanegra, I played with his brother in club soccer, U19. He was going to Grand Canyon University at the time. He's now coaching at in Texas, a Division I school in Texas. But we're all connected in some capacity. That's why you have to be careful what you say to others. I hope you enjoyed that clip. If you enjoyed it, like it, share it, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. If you do that, you'll receive the information needed to offset the many lies U.S. soccer provides, whether it's with club soccer or MLS Next and every academy showcase, all that stuff. I'll give you the information that you're needing to know that's opposite what you're being told. And then you can make an informed decision. If you like that, if you like the truth, you like to listen from someone that's not selling you a product, because I'm not selling you anything. I'm just giving you information. I'm your guy. Subscribe today.